Welcome back, everyone, where we're pleased to announce a new series of interviews that we'll be doing over the months ahead on Good Morning Maine. Brianna Guy is the program director up at the Hirundo Wildlife Refuge, and we got this idea, why not teach local Mainers about the wildlife and things like that? So we'll be doing some neat features monthly over the months ahead to do that. Thanks, first of all, for doing this. I think it's a great way for people to learn about Hirundo and a little bit about our natural world around us. And that's kind of the mission of Hirundo.
Yeah, it is. I'm super excited to be here. I mean, anytime I get to talk about wildlife is great in the first place. And then encouraging people to go out and enjoy nature throughout the whole year and really see what's going on. It can really slip by you if you're not paying attention, some of the cool stuff going on.
It can. And we were just talking about before we went on, this is the time of year when a lot of people kind of slow down because there's not as much to do. But you could still get outside. You'll go to places like Hirundo. They have all kinds of trails up there, you know, snowshoeing or whatever, and things like this. Today we're going to be talking about identifying animal tracks. And you actually brought some casts, just some examples of what we have.
Some of these things I saw yesterday when I went out, and that was a really great time, and I encourage people to do it, whether it's at Hirundo or, you know, your local park or even your backyard. It's a really cool way to see what wildlife is around you, because they're so good at hiding, but they can't hide their tracks in the snow right now.
Sometimes you'll see something on your back porch or something like, what made that? That looks unusual.
Yeah, I caught a lot of stuff yesterday that you just never see while you're out there. I hike there all the time, and I saw some grouse tracks, which was cool. Fox, I actually ended up following the fox tracks right to their den.
Actually, here's some pictures you took yesterday up there at Hirundo.
Yeah.
And what are we looking at here?
That's the grouse right there. You can see right where he took off. He decided to start flying up into the trees. Those are some mouse tracks. You can see their little tail dragging coming out of that hole. You'd never know. You'd never run into seeing a mouse usually. So it's really
they're
cool.
long gone by then.
Yeah, they're hiding from us. And these nocturnal animals like our foxes and coyotes, it's really cool to see the activity that they're doing.
Yeah, can we go back to that one video, the pictures again? Let's take a look at that. You were talking about the grouse there. What is this? You can see these little tracks going along the trail where people have walked.
Yeah, people are walking right along the same tracks as our foxes. It's funny to see the deer and the fox will use the trails just as much as we do, because it's a lot easier to walk along. So you don't even have to go super far to find these tracks.
It's very neat. And in the grouse picture that you could see there, you can kind of see where their wings kind of touch the snow. And I've seen that before. I just didn't know what made it.
Yeah, it's really cool. You can get really into it and start learning the different tracks by size and shape and if they have claws and even the way that they're walking. So if you're looking for something to do, there's always things to do, even in winter.
This is neat do something with your kids too. Go out and just go around the yard and see what you can find.
Yeah,
you're bound to see something like that. Well, that's pretty interesting. And you brought some more examples, some casts. This obviously looks like maybe a coyote print or something like that.
Yeah, coyote and bobcat, and you can really get into it and start seeing the difference of, you know, like the coyotes have nails and the bobcats, you know, tuck their nails in like cats do. So you can get really into it. There's lots to look at.
And you can see all that in the snow or in the mud.
In the snow, the mud, even in mud season, you could go out there and do this all year round.
It's so neat, so neat. So these are the kinds of things that Hirundo is doing to teach local children. You have a lot of schools and that kind of thing go up there all the time.
And and we have public programs throughout the whole year. We have our owl prowl. Lots of stuff going on.
Yeah. What are we looking at there? Is that like a fox running along there?
Yeah, that's our fox or our coyote. It's hard to tell from we had really light, fluffy snow.
Right. Yeah. I'm getting better at identifying some of them, but some of the times I have no idea what is out there. So you have another program coming up here you want to promote too, a winter solstice, is it?
Yeah, the winter solstice is another way to get people out and enjoy the winter. I know the winter can be kind of dark and gray, but there's lots to enjoy about it and celebrate. So we're going to celebrate winter solstice is the longest night of the year, longest time in the dark. So we'll have a bonfire and just celebrate that in nature.
And be learning about the outdoors while you do it. Maybe learning something from the other people that go out there. So, well, Brianna, thank you so much for doing this. We look forward to seeing you next month. We'll have you back in, and we'll learn something else about our local wildlife, along with some of the cultures and things that have inhabited this area.
Yeah,
so, in the meantime, we hope you have great Christmas.
Thank you.
And now we're going to send things back over to Devin for a look at that forecast.